Life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. Shame is the lie someone told you about yourself. We don't see things as they are, we see them as we are. I'm sick of my own romanticism. I am like a snake who is already bitten. I retreat from a direct battle while knowing the slow effect of the poison. Life is a process of becoming, a combination of states we have to go through. Where people fail is that they wish to elect a state and remain in it. This is a kind of death. Sometimes we reveal ourselves when we are least like ourselves. Something is always born of excess. Great art was born of great terror, great loneliness, great inhibitions, instabilities, and it always balances them. I believe one writes because one has to create a world in which one can live. We are going to the moon that is not very far. Man has so much farther to go within himself. She lacks confidence, she craves admiration insatiably. She lives on the reflections of herself in the eyes of others. She does not dare to be herself. When others asked the truth of me, I was convinced it was not the truth they wanted, but an illusion they could bear to live with. Ordinary life does not interest me. I seek only the high moments. I am in accord with the surrealists, searching for the marvelous. Music melts all the separate parts of our bodies together. The enemy of a love is never outside, it's not a man or a woman, it's what we lack in ourselves. Everything with me is either worship and passion or pity and understanding. I hate rarely, though when I hate murderously. It's all right for a woman to be, above all, human. I am a woman first of all. We write to taste life twice, in the moment and in retrospect. Reality doesn't impress me. I only believe in intoxication, in ecstasy, and when ordinary life shackles me, I escape, one way or another. Throw your dreams into space like a kite, and you do not know what it will bring back, a new life, a new friend, a new love, a new country. I must be a mermaid, Rango. I have no fear of depths and a great fear of shallow living. Each friend represents a world in us, a world possibly not born until they arrive, and it is only by this meeting that a new world is born. Good things happen to those who hustle. If you do not breathe through writing, if you do not cry out in writing, or sing in writing, then don't write, because our culture has no use for it. Luxury is not a necessity to me, but beautiful and good things are. And the day came when the risk to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom. People living deeply have no fear of death. The possession of knowledge does not kill the sense of wonder and mystery. There is always more mystery. The role of a writer is not to say what we can all say, but what we are unable to say. Our culture made a virtue of living only as extroverts. We discouraged the inner journey, the quest for a center. So we lost our center and have to find it again. Our love of each other was like two long shadows kissing without hope of reality. Our life is composed greatly from dreams, from the unconscious, and they must be brought into connection with action. They must be woven together. I take pleasure in my transformations. I look quiet and consistent, but few know how many women there are in me. The secret of joy is the mastery of pain. I want to make my own discoveries. Penetrate the evil which attracts me. Creation which cannot express itself becomes madness. Each contact with a human being is so rare, so precious, one should preserve it. There are many ways to be free. One of them is to transcend reality by imagination, as I try to do. I postpone death by living, by suffering, by error, by risking, by giving, by losing. I am aware of being in a beautiful prison, from which I can only escape by writing. Passion gives me moments of wholeness. Dreams are necessary to life. I can elect something I love and absorb myself in it. When one is pretending, the entire body revolts. Life is a full circle, widening until it joins the circle motions of the infinite. We do not escape into philosophy, psychology, and art, we go there to restore our shattered selves into whole ones.
I'm restless. Things are calling me away. My hair is being pulled by the stars again. When you make a world tolerable for yourself, you make a world tolerable for others. Life is truly known only to those who suffer, lose, endure adversity, and stumble from defeat to defeat. I am only responsible for my own heart. You offered yours up for the smashing, my darling. Only a fool would give out such a vital organ. Had I not created my whole world, I would certainly have died in other people's. Analysis is for those who are paralyzed by life. When we blindly adopt a religion, a political system, a literary dogma, we become automatons. Societies in decline have no use for visionaries. I made no resolutions for the new year. The habit of making plans, of criticizing, sanctioning and molding my life, is too much of a daily event for me. Since desire always goes towards that which is our direct opposite, it forces us to love that which will make us suffer. Whenever you do something that is not aligned with the yearning or your soul, you create suffering. The personal life deeply lived always expands into truths beyond itself. In chaos, there is fertility. We travel, some of us forever, to seek other states, other lives, other souls. If you limit yourself only to what seems possible or reasonable, you disconnect yourself from what you truly want, and all that is left is compromise. Do not seek the because in love there is no because, no reason, no explanation, no solutions. You don't find love, it finds you. It's got a little bit to do with destiny, fate, and what's written in the stars. Where the myth fails, human love begins. Then we love a human being, not our dream, but a human being with flaws. If I love you, it means we share the same fantasies, the same madnesses. How wrong it is for a woman to expect the man to build the world she wants, rather than to create it herself. You cannot save people. You can only love them. Only the united beat of sex and heart together can create ecstasy. I reserve the right to love many different people at once, and to change my prince often. Age does not protect you from love. But love, to some extent, protects you from age. The truly faithless one is the one who makes love to only a fraction of you, and denies the rest. I hate men who are afraid of women's strength. Anxiety is love's greatest killer. It makes others feel as you might when a drowning man holds on to you. You want to save him, but you know he will strangle you with his panic. In reality, those who satisfy me are those who simply allow me to live with my idea of them. I am lonely, yet not everybody will do. The only abnormality is the incapacity to love. This diary is my keef, hashish and opium pipe. This is my drug and my vice. The dream was always running ahead of me. To catch up, to live for a moment in unison, was the miracle.